Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today is Best of One Day, so we're going to be playing a deck that is built around that format, and I've got a doozy of a combo list for you guys today. We're going to be playing some Elemental Elfball. So, Elfball, as maybe some of you do know, is based around a lot of mana docks. So we've got 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Incubation Druids, 4 Leafkin Druids, and 4 Paradise Druids. All of them do individual stuff that I won't really go into, but essentially what they do is generate mana. We're going to be using those in combination with Leyline of Abundance, which is a 4 mana enchantment. If this is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield, and whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. So it's really built for mana dorks like this deck, so the Elfball strategy really loves it. You can also pay 8 to put a counter on each creature you control, and that is one of our win cons for the deck. So we're going to be trying to get down Leyline and activate the 8 mana activation here as many times as humanly possible. However, we can do it as many times as we have the time to do it, because this deck also contains an infinite combo. We're running Wakru Elemental, a 6 mana 5/5 with the pay 5 green to untap target land you control. It becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste, and it's still a land. So what we can do is we can combine Wakru Elemental with Growing Rites of Itlimoc, which when it flips over for having 4 creatures in play, which mana dogs, we're going to be able to do that pretty quickly, adds green for each creature you control. So if Itlimoc adds 6 mana or more, that is infinite mana with the Wakru Elemental. So we can spend our infinite mana on either Finale of Devastation, which can also find Wakru Elemental from the deck, double green and X to search a library and graveyard for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, put it onto the battlefield. If you do it for X or more, then your creatures get +X/+X and haste until the end of the turn. So basically, if we have infinite mana with Finale in hand, we can get infinite damage that way. If we have the infinite mana with a Leyline in play, we can activate the activation there for the counters as many times as possible. Wakru Elemental can also, with infinite mana, untap every single land in play so that you have additional creatures. So in addition to our mana docks getting infinitely huge, all of our lands are also counted towards that. Giving haste is very nice. So that's essentially the combo. Our alternative win con is based around Nissa, who shakes the world, who makes mana docks. She basically untaps a land, which will add 2 mana as long as Nissa's in play. 3 with the Leyline of Abundance, so we can go turn 3 Nissa with this one as early as turn 3, which is pretty sweet. I think in Magical Christmas Land you could probably get Nissa down on turn 2, but realistically, turn 3 is not out of the question. She will add forests to play, which turn them into creatures, which gives the Leyline of Abundance the additional tap, so her lands will untap for 3 mana, which we can use to just fire off a Growing Rites or another mana dock or something like that. If we manage to get 3 Leylines, they add 5, and then it's a free untap, basically, with the Wakru Elemental. It's a thing, but yeah, basically, that is the deck. We've got Tribunals here just to interact a little bit. Flower Flourish, which is an extra little bit of pump, but the flower is the main reason to run it, because actually we get to run much less lands in our deck, 22 in total, and we get to thin those out with flower. So once we've gotten our mana into turns 3, 3 mana is probably all we really need. Thinning the deck is really good for that, so we don't draw additional lands. That's essentially the deck, guys. I hope you enjoy this particular list. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It lets me know what kind of content you're interested in doing. And if you want to see more of this one, then make sure to share it around, because the more popular it gets, the more likely I am to revisit our decks. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay, and I'll show off this list. Okay, we're in, and yeah, this looks like a keepable hand. Double flower, we can do our turn 1 flower, turn 2 druid, work our way towards Nissa. From there we have the finale to get our elemental, and we should be cool. Depends on how much interaction our opponent's playing, but we'll see. We're on the road to a good Nissa, and Nissa breeds more Nissa. Okay, so I think we go with Incubation Druid, because we don't really care too much for Paradise Druid, and our opponent could shock, I guess, but they're going to do that anyway, right? The only opportunity that they've got is maybe they shock my face if I play Paradise Druid. What's the odds of that? Probably unlikely, but I guess we might as well go for that line. I suppose there's no reason not to. Oh, the red-black. Okay. So let's flower thin the deck. We don't want to show them this forest. We want to make them think we've just drawn it. Then we go forest. And we could do Incubation Druid, Llanowar Elves. We still have the same mana over even if they kill the Paradise Druid, so seems fine by me. Llanowar Elves. They kill a creature. Makes no difference. We still have the same mana. And unless they double kill here, we have the Nissa next turn. I guess they could have the Devil. But this works for me. Yep, no blocks. Leyline of Abundance. Oh my god, that'd be so good. It still is very good, actually. So we can go Nissa. Tick up on the forest. Gives us... oh no, it doesn't quite give us enough mana. It gives us 3. I was getting ahead of myself. I thought that I already had double mana with the Paradise Druid, but that's not true. Okay, we're literally growing Rites of Itlimoc away from infinite mana, but we could make some pretty decent mana all the same with this hand. So we want to protect Nissa at all costs. They kind of cost just double Lightning Striker, so we don't want to commit too much to keeping us safe. It's not really the game plan necessarily. Skewer the critics on my forest. Okay. I don't have anything to float, but they don't know that. So that's 5 damage. Shock kills Nissa. Otherwise, we're fine. Should I just trade off? Yeah, I guess I should. A war boss is no walk in the park. Sunpel Grove. So, Leyline of Abundance. Tick up Nissa. Our lands add 3 mana. Or our land creatures specifically add 3 mana. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can swing in with the forest. And then still have enough to pump with Leyline. I guess I could go with Wake Root Elemental as well, but without infinite mana, it's a bit risky. We also tap down and risk losing Nissa, so I think I'll pass and just end step the Leyline. So we basically, what we need is a land that taps for 5 mana. That's all we really need. Because then we can keep tapping it and untapping it with the Wake Root Elemental. Well, I guess 6 mana is actually the reality of the situation. Alright, we've got some elementals coming. 6 mana and it's infinite. Which is why Guy's Cradle is basically the best thing we could draw. So Nissa's guaranteed to come down to 2. They're not actually committing the full force, which is strange. Kind of makes me feel like they're not committed to this attack all that much. Block, block, pump. Lose your elemental. Temple Garden. Alright. I think now we go for the finale. So float, untap.
The land shall conquer you.
Then we do... Oh, they've had enough. Yeah, we're going to Finale X6, get the Elemental, which is a 5/5, and then use our excess mana to just start pumping it out of range, so they need hard removal spells at that point. And we know they didn't have one because they didn't have Nissa, and if they're running hard removal, it tends to be Bedevil, so pretty good. Alright, not the combo we wanted, but the result we needed. Okay, we're on the draw with a Leyline in hand, Mana Dorks, and a payoff card. So we're going to take this one. We need to complete this combo, a Growing Rites of Itlamok. We could use this finale to go after Beast Whisperer, I suppose. Which isn't the worst idea in the world. Commune with Dinos. And we're playing Polyraptor combo. Sure. Well, if they've got Forerunner as well, that's going to be pretty brutal. Because they can get rid of my X1s. And probably more than that as well along the way. Let's just go with the Paradise Druid, because we're going to go with Nissa, who shakes the world next turn. She's going to shake my opponent's world, I can tell you that right now. Do they have red mana? They do. Running Llanowar Elves with your Marauding Raptors is ambitious and frankly quite lucky they've got in it the way that they have. Yep, goodbye, Leyline. Because Marauding Raptor does not care what it hits. It will always deal 2 damage to anything. So my opponent's Llanowar Elves are dead in hand at this point. As long as that Raptor's around. Alright, well I'm just going to play my dudes out. That's all I can do. Play my dudes. We lost our Leyline, so we've lost our infinite potential. We just saw Alpha. Pings the dude, pings the dude. I'll block you 3-1. Actually, yeah, block you 3-1, I guess. No, I won't. I'm just gonna Nissa you instead. Nissa, take up on a forest. And, yep, seems good. Pass. See how aggressive they want to be? Four at me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, if you just want to take me to 1, I'm happy with that. If you have lethal, you have lethal. So be it. Leafkin Druid is not a good answer. So we play forest, we tap a forest, we untap a forest.
The land shall conquer you.
We weigh our options. Can I 20 my opponent? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can get close. Weirdly enough. How does this read? Does it give the card haste? It doesn't, right? Oh, it does. Oh. Actually, is that the way I want to do it? I want vigilant creatures, right? So I want the X10. So I have to do that. X10. Get Wakru Elemental. Swing. GG. Alright. That works. Works for me. Was that turn 5? I think it was turn 5. Okay, we're in, and we've basically got a 4-lander with a Leyline of Abundance. I mean, any Mana Dork off the top is fine with this hand, so I think I'm going to keep it. It's very risky, though. But we can do a bit of thinning with the flower as well. We're only running 22 lands in this deck, so... yeah, let's just thin them on out. That should increase our odds of finding a mana dock, which the majority are on 2 as well, so... we should have turn 3 Nissa if we're lucky enough to draw anything that's not a land. Alright. Okay. This is a thing that's happening, I suppose. Yeah, this is definitely a thing that's happening. Mm-hmm. Yep. 16 mana docks in the deck. Yep, okay. Continuing to follow the trend of 16 mana docks in my deck. And just drawing lands in my 22 with thinning deck. Alright, we're up against the Scape Shift list. I'm assuming it's Scape Shift anyway. Might just be a value deck. Alright, the worst of the creatures. I'm going to go with the Nissa who shakes the world here. And just start getting her going.
Behold, nature's true power.
Looks like we're going for the turn 5 Nissa, because we didn't draw anything. Dump in the Risen Reef, that is a first in my books. I've never seen that before. I guess they've maybe got an answer to this board state that they don't want the Risen Reef around for. Or just a spare, okay. Even with a spare though, I still wouldn't block. Just take the 3. Some people are too protective about their life totals, I find. Alright, we can't possibly draw a bad card again, can we? Oh, what a joke. Flooding in my 22 land deck. As you do. Alright, well, Beast Whisperer. Play a forest, untap a forest.
The land fights for us.
Get swinging. We can actually lay Line of Abundance now as well, so we can start putting some counters on things. No white mana for my 2 Conclave Tribunals in the entire deck as well. Star of Extinction. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
I must go.
That puts us back on 4, but any mana dork puts us straight back on Nissa. We drew a land. Okay, that's great. Yep, okay. Oh boy. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've drawn half of our lands out of the 45 cards in our deck. As you do. So let's all remember the time when we talk about things like variance being such in control of your matchup that it's not really worth getting salty about losing, because sometimes the luck of your draw can just be so garbage that you just never stood a chance of winning in the first place. I mean, weirdly enough, if this Nissa sticks around, I still kind of feel like we have a chance of winning, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself on that one. Pulse of Marasa gets back Risen Reef. Okay. Because, like, these forests are tapping for 3 each. We only need 8 to trigger the ley line, so we can actually start pumping up these forests. Risen Reef, okay. And here come the Zombs. Can we fight the Zombs? Who knows? Beast Whisperer. Okay. Well, float the mana and tap the mana. Beast Whisperer. We can't really get rid of Field of the Dead because it's a land. So there is that. We can attack with both of our forests, and if they double block, we can pump. So we have the 8 mana here. Just gonna let it go? I don't know. Gonna get in for 8. And Temple Guard and go. They're gonna tap my Nissa. I'm not actually that fussed about getting the emblem, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, we will block one of them.
How rude!
How rude indeed. I agree, Nissa. How rude. Alright, well, they've blown away my lands. Nissa's still going. It's not as bad as a Star of Extinction, I'll give it that. Oh my god, what a joke! Absolute joke of a game. Alright, well, get him for 3. There are a lot of bad draws in our deck. To be honest, I'm not sure if Leyline is necessarily one of them. We have the Tribunal for Yarok. And an Omnath for double triggers on my Nissa. Yeah, you can hit my Nissa if you like. It's only 4, so you might want to go after the Forest, perhaps. Yeah, okay. And I can't really float or do anything with that. There's a Leafkin. Sure. Alright, play Leafkin. Untap my many lands in play. Joke. And get rid of Yarok. We're getting rid of Yarok because Field of the Dead triggers twice off of that, and we don't want that. And I don't really want to offer my opponent the trade with Omnath, but maybe if they attack me, I might do it. I'm going to say no. I'm going to let you do that.
Let us talk of peace.
Let us draw a good card. We have so many. And so does our opponent. Oh my god. Field of the Dead. Oh god, I want to die sometimes. It's the worst. Go Llanowar Elves. Help me. Help me, I'm floundering.
Harness the elements.
Okay, pass the turn. Please kill me. End this. End this horrific game of Magic the Gathering. Old chump.
Stop.
Yeah, that's 3 more. Can't do much about that with 2 lands. Hey, I got 3 lands. You shush your mouth now. I got the perfect answers.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
I'll have some 4/4s. Why not? I should attack there. They could double block and I can only single block. But still, let's be honest. This game ain't going nowhere. Oh god. I'm gonna show you guys this because I find it hilarious. I really do. The levels of comedy are just off the charts. Okay, we got 3 mana. See what we can do with 3 mana. We actually have more than that. We can draw more lands. Okay, so there are 39 cards. We've drawn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with thinning out of 22. Feels like fairness to me. Alright, let's get attacking. See how they block. We have a Leyline of Abundance activation. So it looks like we're doing a little bit of trading here. Let's ride this 5/5 to victory. Let's go. Yeah, Risen Reef. Probably into a land. No, actually into some different kind of gas. Yep, there's a land. Oh my god. Ooh-wee. This feels like fairness to me. Yep. Alright, so there's Golosh activations, which can be lands. Oh, Okay. When in doubt,
Strange and magnificent
whip your Nissa
world.
out.
Rise, my elemental friend.
That's another land for the ley line of abundance. Still in this. We're out of this. We lose. Perfect answer time. Here we come. So it's either Immortal Sun, Elder Spell, Scape Shift. I'm sure there's lots more answers. You can get Mirari Conjecture. Well, we're going to find out right now what it was. Yep, Immortal Sun. Okay. This seems like a good answer. Doesn't shut off our lands, but it shuts off Nissa activations, and it pumps the team. So now, that doesn't matter to me anymore. Yep, you can point as much as you want at it. I'm not bothering to trade here. No interest in that nonsense. Thank you very much. Growing Rights of Itlamok. Okay. Is there hope for us? Wakeroot Elemental. Pass. If I can get a land and an elemental in play, or a mana dork, sorry, and flip the Growing Rights, I have infinite mana. Zakama. Yep. Goodbye, enchantments. There goes my fun. Do. Aren't we having fun? There's a land, there's six wonderful 3/3s. We put up a fight. I'm not gonna say that we didn't. I think we put up a decent fight. Despite the draws that we had. And despite what you're witnessing here. We got very close. Yeah. It's another 6 zombies. I think this is a best of one skewed Ali Eldrazi deck, actually. He did a Golosh deck for Fandom Legends, but it's in best of 3, so he's got Nexus Fates in his main. Obviously, in best of 1, you can't do that. So they've probably swapped it out with Mastermind's Acquisitions, and I don't think he's running Karaak Lantern, but maybe he is. I don't know. Leave my enchantments alone. Oh, there goes our hopes of winning. Womp womp. They weren't safe anyway while Zakama was around. I was just kind of hoping that we'd be left alone. But we weren't. So we block. And we just die. Yep. There we are, we're at 1. And finale. Let's finale. Let's finale X1. Yeah. Alright, goodbye guys. Next game, let's have fun. Okay, we're in, and it looks like we've got a very juicy hand. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves with Leyline of Abundance means turn 2 Beast Whisperer, turn 3 Paradise Druid and start going off. I'm going to keep this one. We don't have our payoff, but I guess you could call the Beast Whisperer a payoff. I wouldn't argue with that, to be perfectly honest. I think it's a perfectly decent card to put down on turn 2. Mono White. This looks like a great matchup for us, honestly. We take the turn off to set up our combo piece, which our opponent's too much in the early game to actually interact with. Conclave Tribunal's about the only thing, and 3 mana's just not going to cut it. So we get some value out of this. We're getting 2 Druids down. Just going to draw us 2 cards and hopefully find what we need. This could, in theory, be a turn 4 win. We got Nissa as well. Oh my god. Yeah, we want Nissa. Temple Garden, untapped, Nissa. Turn 3 Nissa, probably gets my opponent to scoop. We got Forest, which is generating 3 mana. Not that it matters. So unless we draw Llanowar or Elves, we're not likely to cast anything here. Yeah, okay. All of our lands are tapping for 3 that are creatures. And we're in truly a great spot. I don't think my opponent can kill Nissa, but we have a spare one anyway if they can, so I'm just not even going to risk my Paradise Druid here. So we either see an all-attack at Nissa, which says they have no Conclave Tribunal. Yeah, it's only 5. If she ain't dead, she ain't dead, and that's... Is that gonna cut it? So we float, untap, play Wakeroot Elemental, draw a card. We have enough mana to do a lot of tapping here, so I think we're just going to go wide. Paradise Druid, draw cards. Finale of Devastation. Do Incubation Druid first before the finale. Leyline of Abundance. Alright. And swing for 2. So it's safe to say we have a lot of mana. We don't have infinite mana, but we have enough mana. That's all that matters. We can trade off a Vanguard from that attack towards Nissa. Can we 22 them? That's the big question. Because each one of our mana dorks is adding 3 mana minimum. Our forests are adding 4 mana. If we have Nissa in play, Incubation Druid will be adding 5 mana? Yeah, if we get a counter on them. So, in a great spot. And honestly, a land is maybe the best thing we could draw. Okay, let's see. Let's do tap, tap, Nissa, tap, untap,
behold nature's true power.
Tap, tap, put a counter on everything, which then allows us to add 6, 11, make this a creature, which then we can go... How much mana can we add? We're going to make some big dudes. That's adding 4, 13, 16. Yeah, so these are adding 5. And we're only tapping for 5, so we can untap all of our stuff for free. But I think I'm just going to go with a big tap like that. Swing and swing. We're not dead on board. We don't need our Nissa. And our opponent is dead on board. The only thing we really needed was a Growing Rites of Itlamok at some point during this, and we had literally infinite mana. But, I mean, there's still time to get Growing Rites. There really is. Just gonna take it. Sure. I think they believe that killing Nissa changes anything. All it does is take 1 mana off of my lands. That's not really a thing that I do actually care about. So 2 life. They get to make an angel here if they swing with everything, which is risky. That would be your 4. You have to swing with the Healer's Hawks to get your 5th, but then you're dead on board. And we have Vigilant Lands, which can tap to pump themselves again. So, yeah, just none of this really matters.
Enough! I must go.
I guess I could even do a Finale of Devastation. Or a Flourish. +2/+2 for 6. I guess that makes a difference, right? Get swinging. Alright, activate. And... -50. Casual. Seems good. I like it. Okay, this looks keepable to me. Leyline with an Incubation Druid, we can find our payoff and Growing Rights, so, yep. This is set up to infinite. See if we can make it happen. We need to be left alone. Can we be left alone? Depends on our opponent's choice of colour. White is a good sign. Yep, we can be left alone. Alright. It's mono white and we do not care. So we got Incubation Druid. This is a turn 3 Nissa. Into Growing Rights, flipping on turn 4, and I think Infinite on turn 5. Blue-white. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Well, it's probably just blue-white flyers, if I had to guess, so we shouldn't really have to worry too much about counter magic. They are very much, yeah, a tap-out kind of deck. But that is annoying. Of that, there is no doubt. Actually, I think we maybe have the turn 4 win. Turn 4 infinite damage, because we go Nissa. She shakes the world, guys. I didn't know. I don't know if you knew that. We tick up a land. And we grab the Growing Rights in play. Thus assembling our full combo. We just need to flip it. Which we get a land next turn, one creature off the top will do it. So it's actually a turn 5 infinite combo. Does it really matter? I guess the 3 toughness matters. Not. I guess the Incubation Druid is more important, because if I get the counter on it from the ley line, then it adds extra mana. Alright, if my opponent has the flying pump spell, they can maybe stand a chance here. Because that's a +2/+2, isn't it? Which would be enough. Sort of, anyway. It would almost be enough, because we go off with this hand even without Nissa. It's just easier with her. A Drake with protection from red, which taps out their blue mana, stops them from killing Nissa. Come on, don't scoop to my infinite combo. You look to be the person that does that kind of thing, and honestly, I've been facing people like you all day. And I'd rather not. Alright, Incubation Druid. Tick up on the forest.
The land fights for us.
X6 Finale. Get where are you? Wake Root Elemental. And pass the turn. End step, I will get infinite power. Nice. I'm gonna nice my opponent, because if I nice them back, they might not leave. But yes, we actually add a lot of mana here. Favorable wins. Sure. They get to do some swinging. I think I need to... no, they're going after me. Okay. So I take the damage. Actually, no I don't, because I think you're going to leave if I don't do this right now. Add green. Untap Itlamok. Cradle of the Sun. Itlamok makes a lot of mana. More than 5. We untap Itlamok. So we have 5 mana. We tap Itlamok. We untap Itlamok. We have 7 mana. We tap Itlamok. We untap Itlamok. We have 9 mana. We tap. We leyline. We put counters on things. Everything goes up 1. Infinite combo established. It's going to take us a little while, but honestly the timer is friendly with this one as long as you keep up. Tap. Untap. Tap. Untap. Thank you, opponent, for letting me get there. I'm not sure when this will be enough, but we'll keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this is enough. Alright, I'll just do one more because it works out right. One more time. Look at that. Perfect. Alright. And we'll give our opponent the good game, because they liked our combo. But we're not going to mess them about. There we go. We technically had infinite damage throughout that combo. And we could untap every single one of our lands as well. Our lands would get haste, so we did have additional creatures that we could work with. 3 additional creatures on top of that with infinite power and toughness. Actually, yeah, they would have been even bigger because of Nissa being able to untap one there as well, but finally managed to pull it off. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's an absolute doozy of a deck. I hope you guys get to check it out yourself. A lot of the times you end up going with the non-infinite win con, which is like turn 3 Nissa and just outvalue your opponent like crazy. You can also just do like Leyline of Abundance to pump up your Incubation Druids, and honestly just go with the Leyline activations without the Wake Root Elemental, but honestly the Heart and Soul is right here with this little combo. And yeah, it's simple enough to pull off. Whether your opponents will let you do it is an entirely another question. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps out the channel a great deal. Lets me know what kind of content you're interested in seeing, and maybe we come back in the future with another video on this one if it does get enough popularity. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Share the video around and all that jazz. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.